friends, our leaders from USA. We have Dr. Bill.
Probably Dr. Bill as well, Pastor.
Okay, I'm gonna mute everyone else.
And we have Miko.
Oh.
Is everything muted now?
I don't know if Jeannie have her mic muted. Her mic is muted. She's speaking, but her mic is muted. So let me see who I can ask. Samson, where is he at? So he can open her mic. Okay, Samson's videoing her, but his mic is closed as well. Her mic and his mic is closed. So we can't hear anything.
I wish there was a smart way to signal them.
Let me chat, my friend, just see if I can chat.
If somebody's manning their where they are at the Singapore, they can just unmute.
I'm chatting with someone right now.
Yeah. Hi, Jeffrey.
Francis is doing his opening speech right now.
Oh, well, I can't chat with him. Let me try with Jeannie.
Pastor Antoinette, if you click on them, you should be able to unmute them. If you click on their speaker where the participants are.
Yeah, Tony, pass the hosting over to Norel, co-host.
All right, I just sent it to you.
Thank you. Now, who are they in under? Jeannie Tan? Where's the other one? Francis.
Probably good to be on gallery setting.
I've asked them both to unmute, but there has to be somebody manning it to actually click on the button to unmute. So whether or not you want to just pause the recording for now.
Technical issue, but let's continue with our show. And today I would like to say that I am your friend. Let's say together. Together. I am your friend. Okay, one more time. I am your friend. Yes, we are all friends here. Right? Yeah. Right. So please enjoy your breakfast, eat slowly, alright, drink your coffee, drink your tea, and don't forget me, okay? Alright. Yeah. So yeah, I would like to also introduce our next leader that we have here, and her name is Miss Christy. And Miss Christy is going to share with us why ONPASSIVE AI-based. So, Miss Christy, okay, just give her a minute because we have the technical side. Yeah, just enjoy the video for a while, and we will have Miss Christy in a while. Yeah, please enjoy. So, introduce our leader from USA, and his name is Dr. Bill Williams. Let's put our hands together for Dr. Bill Williams, and I'm going to do a short intro about Dr. Bill Williams. Dr. Bill Williams is on the Leadership Council of ONPASSIVE, and he is a medical doctor and a dentist, and he's dedicated to loving and caring for the underprivileged. He received the following awards, and that is the top 100 doctors in 2021. He is also the Small Business Person of the Year 2005, and he also has won the Rothland Awards as top missions and mission entries in North America in 2007. He has recently retired and is doing full-time in ONPASSIVE. Okay, let's put our hands together and welcome Dr. Bill Williams. Dr. Bill, over to you.
You're muted, Dr. Bill.
Hello, Jeannie. Can you hear me in Singapore?
Oh, yes.
Wonderful.
So I leave it to you, Dr. Bill. Over to you.
Yes, good to see you. Are we doing good on our audio? How's it going in Singapore? Can you hear me okay? All right. Well, I want to welcome everyone who has come to this live meeting. The first in Singapore, a big celebration for everyone all around Asia Pacific. What an outstanding crowd, what an outstanding group you are. And it's good to be representing the ONPASSIVE Leadership Council and all of our friends around the globe. We have a nice international audience watching you celebrate this fine occasion. And we'll have a couple of friends speak to you in just a few minutes that I'll introduce. But I wanted to kind of give you a peek at what is lying in front of you. And I want to tell you about the psychology of why we are guaranteed to win. You know, I think it's all about the easy button. Francis, it's the easy button. We get to push the button that turns on the business in a box. We have a comprehensive package with everything we need to be successful. There's no extras to buy in ONPASSIVE. Once you get in, everything is there for you. And it's so easy to use. It has such superior value. You know, we always talk about it costing less, but it's going to shock people how much less it's going to be than what they're already using. It does more. It becomes free to use when you get into it and find out that it's free to use. You'll have so many customers knocking down the door. It gets to be free to use, of course, when the viral nature of the product starts to spread. It becomes an income center for the person who actually thought it was going to be an expense. That is what I call the perfect MSI, a multiple source of income. So what I would say that we have on our hands is a perfect manual to teach people how to fish, if you gather my meaning. We will show them the business in a box, and they will actually be able to take that to their friends and say, this will get you out of poverty. This will take you to the next level of your income. And it's all done automated if you want it to. So I think there's a genius behind this thing. We know who that genius is, Ashma Farth, our CEO. I call it a genius design because he's put together the compound marketing. And I was a certified guerrilla marketing instructor with J. Conrad Livingston, the guy who was the father of guerrilla marketing. And he said to me 25 years ago, he said, if you want to market well, you need to be seen everywhere all the time. And that's exactly what Ashma Farth has put together for us, the ability to be seen everywhere, starting at the Burj Khalifa and Dubai and going all around the world. And he'll be in Singapore. He'll be in Hyderabad. He'll be in Orlando. Yeah, that we know about these places, but soon we'll be in every city of the world with our images and with our projected image from a certain place that we know about. And that projected place is going to put us in every screen on every TV in the entire world. We have viral marketing. We have an automated system where you share and you can lock your future customers in just by the nature of sharing with them. If you can get business just by sharing, that's a magical moment. How many ways are there to share? You know, how many social media platforms are you on right now? How many people are in your friend group? How many are on your Twitter feed? When you go through all the social media that you have, every single person who normally interacts with you is a potential customer within the first month. And who do they know? Those people that they know will be your customers within the second or third month because of the viral nature of this thing. What about the dashboard? The dashboard itself is my favorite thing I've seen that Ash has shown us. And the reason that is so special is because I think it's visionary as to what he's done. It's not just artwork that's beautiful, it's functional. And it actually has psychological points that will take people's minds and cause them to do things. And I'm not seeing another dashboard that does that. You know, most dashboards are metrics. This dashboard that we have is a psychological imperative. It takes people to the point of curiosity, and it takes people to the point of decision-making and conversion merely by looking at the dashboard. It's ingenious. So people will see this thing, say coins available, and they'll say, what is that? A customer will be looking at that going, I need to understand that there's money available. How do I achieve this? And so even with free accounts, it's so innovative that it's going to put commissions earned in their face, that they'll see that they can get more income by just clicking on a box. That's going to make it so easy for us as founders to find people who want to be resellers once they see how easy it is. Now, also, it's free to use. There's many parts of it that are not going to be a cost. And so you can share with people at will. And when everyone gets in, there's not going to be a barrier. There's not going to be a barrier other than the fact they have to be of legal age to start a business. But anybody can use the product at any age. So we're talking about no barriers to entry. Now, a lot of times you get into something that's going to make you money and you have to put out quite a bit of money. You have to be an accredited investor. And that means you've got to show your financial net worth being substantial before you can invest in a company, particularly one that's doing what we're doing. Well, with this company, that's not a problem because you get in as a customer for free, and then you can click up to being a reseller. You can take advantage of the products without any outlay of cash. That's empowering. This is going to empower women who want to stay home and be with their kids. It's going to empower poor people who never had a chance because you didn't have a lot of income to put into a startup business, a franchise, for instance. It's going to empower people in a third world where the standard of living is just different. It's not the same as the Singapore or the USA. And if you could bring people along slowly, starting from small amounts that they put into the business, even free, there's no barrier to entry. So that's empowering. That's financial equality. And I think that's what Ash wants us to have, is the ability to bring everybody up to the standard that Singapore lives at, that the USA lives at, that Canada lives at. These are the goals that Ash has, is to bring people up. This appeals to people that are actually already successful too. You know, I first got involved and I made a video that said, listen, you doctors, you engineers, you scientists, you CEOs of companies, this is a great hedge on your income because you don't know when it's going to happen to you. You get laid off, you get sick, you get disabled. You know, when COVID came and shut us down, a lot of people lost their income. And a lot of people didn't have the backing of a government to help them out. So it's always good to have multiple sources of income in your family. I like to say that this is the second floor on the building of your retirement plan. In other words, you may have a good foundation. You may have your primary retirement plan. And what that typically does, it gives you an income of 50% of what you made as a working individual. You know, most retirement plans don't pay as much as you were making on the job. Well, that meant that you would have to have a lower standard of living when you retire, and it would probably go down every year as you spent more and more of your retirement. But because of O Bless and because of Academy, because of O Network, everything that we have, we're going to be able to push our standard of living up at retirement rather than have it go down. Very important, and I think that is noteworthy, very noteworthy. This is something that is for everyone, the poor, the needy, but also the people who are already successful who want to do more. And why is that important? Well, we believe in O Bless, and we believe in having a culture in our company of giving back to those who are in need. We want to give back to those who have actually good ideas to grow and innovate. So we don't want to just look at the service to the widows and the orphans and the poor, the homeless, the people that are sick. We want to work with those who have great ideas that can advance humankind. So we're looking for scientific innovations that will help humanity. So everything that can be blessed, we want to bless it. So that means that the people doing well, we want them to do even better. We want people to be first filling their pockets, serving their own families, and then we want them to go outside and say, what's needed and what can I do to help from this point on? So that's pretty much the message, is the psychology of why we're guaranteed to win is built into the program, built into the product, built into the way Ash organized this company. I've never seen a company organized in a way that guarantees success like this one. So at this point, I want to introduce to you a really good friend of mine, And I call her the Queen of Obless here in Atlanta, Georgia, a very fine woman, Pastor Antoinette Hayes. And she has a very special project that she's been working on for many years. And Obless is going to be like the crown glory of that project. She's working on training people to lift them up out of poverty, train them, not just give them a fish, but train them how to fish. And we talked about earlier, ONPASSIVE is the manual for how to fish. So can we bring on our good friend, Pastor Antoinette Hayes, and have a few words from her.
Amen. Thank you, Dr. Bill Williams. Greetings to Jeffrey Morlock. Bless you, man of God. Bless you, Singapore, Indonesia, India, and Malaya. Bless you all. Thank you for inviting me. It's a privilege and a pleasure to be among you all. I just wants to stop by this morning, just to encourage you all that we are your friend. I am Pastor Antoinette Hayes. I am a co-pastor with my husband, Ronald Hayes, out of Brazelton, Georgia, in the United States. We have been married 35 years next month, September the 19th. And we greet you in divine love. We are your friends. And I just want to encourage you all that, yes, we are stronger together. Why? Because each one reach one, each one teach one. That's our motto. And I'm so excited because we are a part of ONPASSIVE, and by being founders of ONPASSIVE, our CEO has placed us in a wonderful position. And I call it, he given us an awesome, powerful opportunity to become what I call Gucci blessed. Pastor Tony, what are you talking about, Gucci blessed? What I'm talking about is Gucci, G-U-C-C-I. It stands for he's giving us cash commissions of residual income. That's powerful by itself. Then what is blessed? That blessed is, as founders, we all will reap that cash commission of residual income, so that we who are believers in ONPASSIVE, loving each other by sowing seeds. When you see a need, you meet the need with a seed. What are you talking about, Pastor Tony? The Holy Spirit gave me a project years ago, but I didn't know it was for this time, this season. How many of you know God will give you something a long time ago and you're thinking it's for right now? But this is the time, this is the season, this is a purpose. This is a purpose for us to go back, and I call it our Give Back program, to be able to give back to humanity globally, and to your family, to your friends, to your community. We're going to help those in need who are in homeless shelters, those who are on a workman's comp, those who are single parents who is receiving TANF or whatever they're receiving. We're going to bring them together. We're going to train them on marketing. We're going to train them how to take and go out to small businesses and invite them to come and be a part of ONPASSIVE as customers. We're going to help them. We're going to bless them to become resellers. And by them becoming resellers, after completing our program for 6 months, they're going to graduate, and we're going to follow the heart of our leader. We're going to bless them with houses, with cars, with apartments. This is our vision to give in regards to our Give Back program. Then we're going to bring more founders on. We're going to keep doing the process over and over again, but we're going to be blessing those resellers by placing resellers underneath them. It's called not giving them a hand out, but giving them a hand up, so that now we're helping our communities to be able to war against poverty. Now we're helping meet the needs of the people that not just our CEO intended for us to do, but our Father in heaven commissioned us to do. He said, go ye. What is go ye? Giving ourselves, yielding everything for the cause. So I thank you all for having me. I'm looking forward to working with each of you all in the future. And I thank you, Dr. Bill, and I thank you, Team BAM. My team is here. Some of them is here. Good evening, Team BAM. Who is Team BAM? We are BAM. We are blessed, anointed multi-millionaires, and we are ready. My leaders are ready to run with this vision, and we're ready to put it in place, not just in Atlanta. We're going to take every state in the United States, and through Dr. Bill, we're going global with this. So I thank you all again for inviting me. Good morning again. Bless you all.
Thank you, Pastor Tony. BAM. We are BAM. Okay, excellent. Let's hear from Dr. Jeffrey Morlock, Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Great Ideas.
Wow. It took me by surprise. I was expecting to hear a bunch of great people, and I thought, well, I'm going to just absorb all of this. This is absolutely wonderful. So, and wow, what a great thing we have going on here. I'm looking at these wonderful smiling faces and thinking, wow, Singapore. You know, I actually went to Singapore back, and I think it was 1985, long time ago. Loved it. Spent a couple of weeks there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people, beautiful everything. I remember one rainy day there, but the rest of the days were great. But anyway, it's a blessing to be here, and thank you so much for inviting me. It's good to see you, Dr. Bill, obviously, and all the leaders here, the leaders that are working with the people in Singapore and the things that are going on there. What a spectacular people and a spectacular country. And, you know, I am so pleased and blessed just knowing that we have an ONPASSIVE in Singapore, and that we're going to have a very nice office. And long story short, Singapore is going to know us, and we're going to know Singapore. And for somebody that's worldwide, Singapore is a major player. And so the people of Singapore are going to be well respected by the ONPASSIVE presence that is building there, which is obvious about what's happening there this evening. A little bit about ONPASSIVE that I'm familiar with and that I love so much is just that it's doing things that no other company is doing, and it's doing it the right way. And by that, I simply mean that I agree, you know, we are absolutely blessed, and the name of the game is to bless. We are changing the world by the way that ONPASSIVE is rolling out. And I love what you said earlier about how Ash has created this business, how he is rolling out, how he's doing the marketing, and how this thing is being unfurled globally with a design that is not just a bunch of people that got together with an idea and got lucky or hope to be lucky. It's created with science, it's created with math, it's created with heart, and that's what makes it what it is. And it's what's going to make it the biggest and the best business on the planet. Now, one of the things that I love about ONPASSIVE and what it's doing is how it's changing our lives, and it's doing that 2 or 3 different ways. The first way is obviously it is providing the global audience that it has and all of the members, actually the entire world, the single race of the human race, by lifting humanity. What is actually doing is providing a global resource, right? A wholesale distribution of products that will serve to decentralize wealth, and it will also bring up the abundance level of those that are involved immediately. It is a special blessing to the founders, and through the heart and the AI with heart and the vision that Mr. Mufar's had, the founders have become a global net, a network, a global benevolent network that is seeking to help at a very grassroots level everybody to become more than what they are and to spread the abundance. So that's that's where I'm at. So when you speak about, oh, bless doctor, and well, two doctors here, or actually Pastor Tony, sorry about that, and Dr. Bill, when you speak about oh, bless, you are talking right up my alley, because I have got a lot of plans for oh, bless. And other than that, thank you, Singapore, for putting this on. Thank you for the vision that you're sharing with your world on that side of the world. And thank you for the encouragement and enthusiasm that you're presenting here tonight. I'm blessed to be here, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you so much. You always hit the nail on the head. You must have been a carpenter in your early life. I want to bring in Norel Workham from a neighboring country, Australia. She's a great leader down there, and it's fitting that we have someone from Australia address this fine conference going on in Singapore, because it's such a large audience down there. I'm really proud to see everyone in Singapore. You know, there's more people in that room than I met when I came to Singapore in 1997. So I have been to Singapore. I know your city well, but I didn't get to meet as many people. So I hope one day I'll come to your city, your town, and I'll get to shake your hand and say hello, and we'll have some tea together. Okay, Norel, take it away.
Thank you, Dr. Bill, and thank you, Singapore. Thank you, Asia Pacific. What an honor it is to be here today, to be on the panel, and to be able to wish you all a happy National Day in your celebrations of who you are. And that's all ONPASSIVE asks you to be who you are, and stand proud of who you are. I want to say how wonderful it is, what a blessing it is that you are all here celebrating together, celebrating your countries, and also celebrating as ONPASSIVE founders as well. What an honor. And the vision that you saw passed down from our CEO, Mr. Ash Mafara. How incredible is that? It truly is such a blessing, you know, the changes that we are going to make. And as Dr. Bill mentioned, we have to look after ourselves first, because you can't give from an empty cup. Okay, so we look after ourselves, meaning that we look after our own builds, you know, our housing, whether we need a new car, then we look after our families and make sure that they are okay, our communities. So start with your community first, those close to you, those, you know, who may need help around you, and then give out and give back to humanity. One of the main things that I get from ONPASSIVE and our CEO is bringing balance back to humanity. You know, here in Australia, we are a very rich country, and there are many things that still go on here in Australia. A lot of it's sort of pushed under the carpet, and in most countries it probably is. But we are here to lift the carpet back up and bring those people out and dust them off and say, you know what, we have something that's going to change your life. We are here to help, not just in throwing money at people, but actually lifting them up. That's what I see. I came into ONPASSIVE because of Oh Bless, a very amazing platform that is going to help the world globally. They are going to help, again, as Dr. Bill has said, about helping those in poverty, helping those less fortunate. I don't like to mention like third world countries, because I think that's a stigma that has been put on by many a political party or whatever, but they are human beings just like you and me. They want to stand tall, but life has pushed them down. And while they're down, society, in a sense, has kicked them. And we want to say it no longer. It's okay. We want to hear helping hand, help you up, step up. They are human beings. Let's make them all feel worthy of who they are. So my together, stronger together is what your quotation is today. And I want to say on many of my posts and videos that I do, stronger together is really important to me. Here in Australia, we support Singapore with their webinars, and they support us on our webinars here in Australia. And it is a true blessing to have you. Mabel, I just want to pull you out and say thank you so much for everything you do for Singapore. You are a truly amazing leader. For all those who shared tonight, thank you so much. Tina Go, I know that Tina is working today and she said she was unable to make it. Tina is a representation of Singapore as well and arrives on our webinars very often. So we do appreciate each and every one of you. To those there today celebrating in those rooms, thank you so much. You are amazing leaders and you are going to change our world. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Dr. Bill.
Thank you, Norel. Such a well-respected leader from down under, and we appreciate you so much adding to every seminar that you are part of. You know, it's really the work of Francis Tay and Toy Him, Jeannie Tan and Christy Chong and many others who have put this meeting together. And so we want to honor each one of them for putting that work together and spending the effort to gather the large crowd and to organize this webinar tonight. So thank you for allowing us, the leaders, to share our words with you. And with that, I want to turn back the program over to the local establishment, those who are on the ground in Singapore, representing Asia Pacific, the entire area, Indonesia, Philippines, up to Vietnam, down to Malaysia, over here. Everywhere is represented in this group. No exclusions. Everybody's welcome. Back to you guys.
Okay, we can't hear them.
Francis Tay or Samsung, can you unmute, please? We're unable to hear you in the room here. Francis Tay or Samsung, can you please unmute, please, so we can hear you? Jeannie Tan, sorry. Just trying to get you guys to unmute so we can hear you, please. Francis, Jeannie.
I'll talk to him in the chat also.
Thank you.
We need a universal sign to warn them.
Yeah, where's Marty when you really need him?
Sorry, I've asked them to unmute, but Pastor Antoinette, are you able to click on them? I can only ask to unmute, but maybe you can unmute their microphones, please. There you go. Thank you.
One is, okay, Francis is over.
For me, it is not because there is for example, travel country. So I think I call my attention. It is
He just closed it back. Francis was open.
Maybe try Jeannie Tan. That seems to be.
I tried to text, let me try to text Jeannie. Or maybe
Yeah,
if she's not on her phone, she won't see it too. Or Christy, maybe Christy is better because she's on the
Management, which is Mr. Ash Farah. Okay, she talked about
Rel, I'm going to make you host to see if you can see something when I'm
Okay.
not seeing, because I couldn't